Well, you guys make fun of Americans for not knowing world politics, so here I am trying to understand. Yaps. It's in the name. Alright, boys and girls, we're going to have to give a hats off to Modi Ji because it looks like the NDA wins the Bihar election. Modi Nitish duo does it again with the biggest landslide victory. Reading off this, the NDA appears on course to smash past its lofty 160 par target in Bihar on Friday. With this leads the showing of ruling coalition cruising towards a 2/3 majority and the 243 member assembly. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word, led by Div's RJD, was staring at a complete rout. Counting began at 8 a.m. and postal ballots handed the Nitish Kumar lead NDA an immediate head start. Cut to a few hours later, and the lead shows the BJP, which insisted on equal sitting, edging past the JDU, setting up a tussle. I haven't seen that word. They're setting up a little tussle, little fisticuffs, over who would be the big brother in the alliance. Can we just imagine? I wish like ChatGPT or Grok was good enough for me to put this as like a prompt and have them like set up like anime fights. Like I know you guys have to have seen like Stephen Hawking versus Jesus Christ animated, and they're like fighting each other. It is the wildest thing. If you've ever seen it, actually, it's like, yo, AI made that off a prompt. I would love to see, the Nitish and the BJP represented in anime form setting up a tussle to see who would form the Big Brother Alliance. The RJD's, the last election, single largest party, was set to lose more than half its seats, and its ally, Congress, once again looked like a weak link. Oh no, we don't like weak links. Oh no. The PKJS party, once billed as the X Factor in the polls, was a farce par, or on the floor. Or they were on the floor. Got it. Exit polls had already signaled an NDA advantage, with the JDU collecting strong gains in the initial rounds of counting. Nitish Kumar appears poised to take the oath as the Bihar chief minister for a historic 10th time, while Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the BJP party and its workers this evening. The Prime Minister will address the workers and parties at the national capital. RJD leader TY, meanwhile, cautioned officials to ensure a fair process, saying, "Our party workers are alert. They're alert. They're not fools, and they will be present at the counting centuries. If any official tries to repeat the mistakes of 2020, ooh, you guys had some fugays in your elections in 2020 as well, and just elections, presidential elections or prime minister elections in 2020. Seems a little sus. Crosses the limits or acts on someone's directions with a malicious intent. The public will give a strong response." Is that a threat? No, it's a promise. Scroll. Dude, I need a new mouse. This thing's driving me crazy. Voting for the Bihar Assembly elections was held in two phases, one on November 6th and the 11th across all 243 constituencies. According to the Election Commission, the state had 7.42 crore registered voters, including 3.92 crore men and 3.5 crore women. That's a lot. The turnout remained strong with 65% polling record for the first phase and 68 in the second. That's pretty good. That's like an average of like what, 67.5, maybe 67.25. That's pretty good. The opening phase, covering 121 seats in 18 districts, saw the highest ever turnout in Bihar's electoral history at 64.66, marking a significant rise from previous elections. It is interesting to see just globally. Like, I know it's like, why is this American speaking on Indian politics? Well, you guys make fun of Americans for not knowing world politics, so here I am trying to understand. And to be honest, I'm a fan of Modi Ji, the BJP party. At least from the outside looking in, it's like continuous. Like India's just seen this increased trajectory of popularity, power in the world, a place in the world. They're taking up space in a good way, and Modi Ji seems to be leading that ship. So like, why change? And maybe if the ship starts to plateau or go off course, maybe. But it is also wild. Like in America, we really only have like 2 different parties, but there's 1, 2, 3, 8 different parties that I'm looking at right here. Like it's crazy how many different type of political parties there are, and sometimes I wonder if that's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. It's probably just a different thing, because like with two people, or two parties, it's real easy to split down the line. You're either right or you're left. Me, I tend to be trying to sitting on that fence, because I do believe that like a society, a community, we're the United States of America. So I think it's crazy that like my tax dollars are funding another country's healthcare programs. Like I know it's kind of a hot topic right now, but like Israel has universal healthcare for all of their people. That's funded by American dollars, and I think that's kind of crazy because we don't have that here. And you know, people will say, well, if you have universal healthcare, you're gonna have less doctors because the best doctors are in America, because the incentive is to make a lot of money. And you could still like you can still have like universal healthcare and change the incentives of the healthcare system where the most productive doctors get the most amount of money, right? Um, and maybe it's just like successful surgeries or just surgeries in general. I don't know how you would handle it, but you would have to, if you want to change the behavior, you got to change the incentives. And that's what I would mean if like we had universal health care, and like I know doctors, there's like top level things that trickles down to a whole lot of different things, but I there's a lot of social things that I do think need to be funded, and I think it's the government's role to fund those things. But also at the same time, I think capitalism is great. A free market is a good thing. But they on the side, once more, it's kind of like left a little bit where I think there needs to be like rules and regulations, because you can't just let that run rampant and free completely, or you're gonna have companies like BMW who have heated seats, and when you buy the BMW, you don't get the heated seats. You got to pay a monthly subscription to gain access to the heated seats that are in the car that you purchased. That's ridiculous. That's highway robbery. I think that is insane. And if you have that over in India where you're like, oh yeah, Mahindra has this and they have heated butt seats and you could pay 84 rupees a month and you get access to your seats. That's normal here. That's not good. And you should be very mad that you're getting robbed 84 rupees every month for heated seats when they're in the car that you paid for. I think I like, to me that is ridiculous. But let me know what you guys think. I genuinely just try to stay in the loop. You know what I mean? I don't want, so many people accuse me of like just farming content and not giving an F. It's like, no, I was blessed to have a community that's interested in the words that are coming out my mouth, and I enjoy going into the comments. So many of you know that I go in there. I try to have like, if you guys say something, like there's been plenty of times in movies where like I'm like, why are they hitting like this kind of pose or some shit? And then someone will be like, yo, for real, this is why, and give me like a small little recap, a synopsis of what it, like why, and I'm like, cool. Now I could take that knowledge and try to make a joke as we watch in the future, and whoever makes that comment's gonna be like, hey, I know where he got that info because I'm the one who told him that. So it's just like, it's just me trying to like be genuine and try to learn the world news, whether it be Indian, we definitely follow China news, Japanese news, all of that. I just want to know what's going on with the world, and hopefully you guys just like the way the words come out my mouth, and you guys feel comfortable enough to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, because I'm out here looking, and so many of y'all I also see like intermingle with each other in the comments, which is kind of cool. But with that said, I challenge you, make somebody laugh today, and I'll see you guys, excuse me, I'm disgusting, in the next one. Peace.